Hey everybody, and welcome to the Spartan Edition of Halo Combat Evolved. Now, what is that, you ask? Well, it's a community-driven project which includes the original campaign, a whole bunch of community-made campaigns, and a whole bunch of multiplayer options, which is very nice indeed. Now, I'm quite impressed, and I'm somebody who never liked Halo at all in the slightest. I've always thought of it as a kind of also-ran sort of game. It's kind of something that was thrown out for the Xbox players because, let's face it, back in the day in the early 2000s, they didn't really have anything to play, whereas PC players such as myself, we'd grown up on stuff like Doom, Quake, we had Half-Life, and we just continued to have really great titles all through the late 90s and early 2000s, and obviously, as I said, Xbox had Halo. Now, Halo did actually come out for the PC eventually, and it just didn't really cause that much of a stir because, as I say, all those other titles I mentioned, they existed, and we had a whole bunch of other newer titles to play. So this unfortunately wasn't the greatest of games. I'm not the biggest fan, but I do enjoy this package. So what I'm going to do for you today is show you where to grab it, how to get it, how to install it, and how to have some fun with it. So let's do that right now. First things first, come to this ModDB page. The link will be in the description down below for you. And once you're here, just scroll down because you need to grab these 4 packages. And to grab them and download them, just click on one of these, for example, and hit download now. Now do the same for all 4 of these, okay? And once you've done that, right, now we can get rid of this because as you can see, we've got all of the files downloaded onto our PC, and I just pop these into a folder that I create for convenience sake. So the next step that you would need to do is extract them. Now I'm using WinRAR. You can use the software of choice that you prefer, whether that be WinZip, PZip, 7-zip, whatever. As I say, I'm using WinRAR, but then what you've got to do is just select all of them, and you can extract them anywhere you want, but you can just do a right click here and extract here. So what you would get is a folder being created, and you'll end up with something like this because all of the files will be extracted right here. I'm going to cancel that because I've already done it. I don't really need to do it again. I'll just delete these out. That's just to show you what you need to do, but eventually you will end up with this. As you can see, it's quite big. It's 31.5 gigabytes, so make sure you've got enough space on your PC. But anyway, let's get into the game. Click on that, and you've got 2 options to launch the game. One is the Spartan Edition Retail, which apparently is supposed to be quite close in, well, I don't know, it's supposed to be quite similar to the Xbox original version. I can't really tell much of a difference myself, but I went with the Custom Edition just to be difficult. But anyway, both of them work fine. Just click on them and it will launch. Right, as you can see, here we are in game. So obviously I've created my own profile. You can do that as well via settings. The thing we're really interested in is the campaign. So as you can see, we've got the classic campaign, but then there's a whole bunch of different campaigns. Some of these were done using SPV3, but like there's just tons and tons of stuff in here to try out. Okay, let's go back. Here we have Firefight. That's just single player skirmish maps. If we go back, what we really want to know is multiplayer. How do you get to multiplayer? Super simple. Just click on internet. And there we are. Boom. In fact, we'll just jump into one match just to have a little look at it. Just click on that. There we go.
Capture the red team has the flag.
So you go. Quite simple, quite easy to do. Can we jump into these things? How do we get in? Can I get in? I thought I could. Oh, I think that's toasted. Ah, I can get into this one. Brilliant. There we go. So multiplayer is a... Alright, let's... Oh god, I am terrible. Well yeah, as you can see, multiplayer pretty easy to get into. Oh god, this thing is dreadful. I can't... Does it fly? No. Alright, enough nonsense. I've never really been any good at this. Let's leave the game. So yeah, not for me, but there you go guys. That's all there really is to installing Halo on your PC these days. Download the files, unzip them, and enjoy. Right, let's watch another video.